Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. In this presentation, we're going to look at protein rich, low carbs, low fat, low sodium breakfast choices, either prepared or ready made. The real question is there a such thing as protein rich, low carbs, low fat, low sodium breakfast? Let's do some research and find out what we come up with. If you just look at Google Images and put down the title Protein Rich Low Carb Breakfast Choices, you see a whole host of items related to proteins, which are primarily coming from like egg white, or avocado, sausage, bacon, meat, ham, things like that. And from a vegetable sources, it would be nuts like almonds, walnuts, berries. And if you look at the ready made packages, you're going to see a whole host of items, protein rich breakfasts. Don't be misled by these titles because when you look at the nutritional value of each one of these items, you will clearly understand that they are not exactly what they appear to be on the labels or on the shelves. We're going to look at in depth about some of these items and see what is the simplest option to have a high protein, low carbohydrate, low sodium. It's important. You have to remember those people who are concerned about sugar also are concerned about blood pressure, sodium, and cholesterol also goes along with that. So we're going to look at all these different elements and see which one would fit a need depending upon your overall medical condition. That's an important thing you have to remember. As you can see, there are a lot of egg ready-made options which are available. They look pretty attractive, they look colorful, and all you have to do is put them in a microwave or an air fryer and warm them up, and then bingo, you can eat and go. And you can even take them with you if you travel, and you just put it in the microwave and have your breakfast. Bingo, ready to go. But most places have bread and breakfast, so I don't think you need to worry about that one. Let's talk about protein rich waffles or pancakes. These are popular items, and on the surface it looks like 15 grams of protein, 13 grams of protein, all these things. But you need to look at the fine print. This is what, as a cardiologist, I look at when I look at any given food item, either it is prepared or whether it's raw. For example, one raw egg contains 274 milligrams of protein, cholesterol. That's a high quantity of cholesterol. And if you eat 2-3 eggs, you exceeded your daily allowance of 270 milligrams of cholesterol. So that's an important aspect to keep in mind when you look at egg products. Okay, let's look at this protein-rich waffles or pancakes. Okay, they say, two waffles, 70 grams, 210 calories, not bad. Total fat, 9 grams. The important thing is sodium, 320 milligrams of sodium, which is an important thing to be considered. It also has carbohydrates, 18 grams of carbohydrates for 2 waffles. So remember that it's not all protein, it also has carbohydrates. And you have 14 grams of protein, which is a good source compared to a slice of bread, which has maybe 1 or 2 grams of protein. So, in that respect, this is a good choice, but at the same time, you have to remember you're getting the same amount of carbohydrates as you get in one slice of toast, which is roughly like 12 grams, and here you're getting 18 grams for 2 slices. So, things may appear to be attractive, but when you look through the fine line detail line items, you will see they are not as friendly as you want them to be. So let's look at another choice here, which is along the same line, which is Premier Protein Pancakes. Pancakes and waffles, they are very much similar, but here you have to take 3 pancakes, about 109 grams, 210 calories, Total fat is 3.5, which is very good. But look at the sodium, 400 milligrams of sodium. And if you have a sugar problem and you have high blood pressure, that's an important consideration to take into account. But look at this, 27 grams of carbohydrates. If you're trying to cut your carbs, even though it says 15 grams of protein, I don't know if it's going to cut the mustard, because if you take 3 pancakes, maybe if you take 1 pancake, maybe you're getting 10 grams of carbohydrates, which is close to what you find in a slice of bread. And again, it has 15 grams of protein. All that looks good. But as I said, always keep in mind the cholesterol levels. The cholesterol is 5 milligrams, which is not bad. Sodium level and total fat and carbohydrates. So just don't look at the protein label and just buy a dozen of these packets, only to realize that sugar levels are going up because you're loading up with a fair amount of carbohydrates. Let's move on to the next one. This looked kind of attractive to me. Cheerios protein cinnamon family, 8 grams of protein. That sounds like a pretty good choice. Let's see what do they have. Here, 1 cup of Cheerios protein-rich breakfast, 150 calories, not bad. Fat 2.5 grams, which is fine. Sodium 200, which is less than what you saw in the pancakes. But the added sugar is 12 grams. So this is very similar to your bread or regular cereal, except it has 8 grams of protein instead of 2 to 3 grams of protein. And here are some minerals. But the important thing to keep in mind is that all of these have carbohydrates. Now you say, man, I don't like to have carbohydrates. I just want to have a little protein and low cholesterol, low salt choice. Is there something like that? Let's see. Let's look at here. Here is eggs. A very popular Jimmy Dean egg bites. Two popular options. Well, it consists of sausage, egg, and 3 different kinds of cheese. So obviously, with the quack, it's 270 calories. Oh, excuse me. 217 calories, 19 grams of fat. Every time you add cheese, it's going to increase your fat content. Or now we have got high cholesterol, so I don't know if you can handle this amount of fats. Saturated fat 7, so this has the highest amount of saturated fat compared to the other protein choices we saw earlier. Cholesterol 210 milligrams. Look at this, 210 versus where is this cholesterol? 24 milligrams with the Cheerios, and 5 milligram cholesterol with the waffles or pancakes. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. You get 8 grams and you still have, okay, here, total carbohydrate 7 grams. So the carbohydrates are less here. The protein 17 grams. The important thing to keep in mind is you try to minimize one, something else has to be added on to get the quantity and the quality of the product they can sell in the market. And as a result, you have to be an intelligent consumer to know what is the option that is best suitable to you versus what the risk factors associated with a combination of these items which can adversely affect your overall health. Let's see what else we have here. Here's another one. This is with the sausage, several egg bites with sausage and 3 cheese. Same story. You got 2 servings, total fat 20 grams. I don't know if I would recommend this to a heart patient with a high cholesterol, high fat, and triglyceride levels. Again, cholesterol 210 milligrams, sodium 500 milligrams. Anytime you get a pre-cooked food, always look for the sodium first before you don't look at the protein label and say, oh man, 17 grams of protein, this is my best choice, I'm going to pick it up. No, don't pick it up, because you need to look at the sodium, the cholesterol, and the fat. This is not the best option if you're trying to cut down your cholesterol, if you're trying to keep your salt intake down, and if you're worried about saturated fats. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important to pay attention to all the different items. Now, coming back to what is the best option for you. I think the best option is to prepare something with raw materials. Like maybe you get one whole egg, one egg white, along with some spinach and mushroom, and just make an omelette with the least amount of oil. As a result, you get very little, zero carbohydrates. You get very little saturated fats. You don't have too much salt unless you sprinkle little, and your total protein intake will be very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very quick synopsis of the story about protein rich, low carbs, low fat, low sodium breakfast. You have to be an intelligent consumer to know, to read the fine print in each one of these items as far as their nutritional values are concerned, and make an intelligent decision as how best you can cut your carbohydrates, fats, sodium, and cholesterol, and then think about how to increase your protein intake. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope this would be useful and educational to you. I'll see you in the next presentation. Bye.